everybody, this is Stephen Alson, this is MMA Latest News, and this is the weigh-ins. Good evening, everybody. This is the show where we cover everything that's going on in the mad world of MMA. This week, it's not been quite the mayhem that we've been used to in recent weeks, but we can barely call it quiet, can we? We kick off with the great news that should delight any MMA fan, and that is the genius that is the head coach of TriStar, Firas Zahabi, has started his own podcast. This is awesome news. I think this is quickly going to become one of my favourite podcasts, however frequently it is that he ends up doing them. The first one is talking about a subject that I've spoken about quite a bit, and that is PEDs and steroids in MMA. This is a must listen. Go check it out. I will link it in the description below. The other news that should delight those of you watching on my side of the pond is that ACB Absolute Championships Burkut are coming to the UK, and already massively thriving scene in the UK has now got another major player, and their first show is slated for the 1st of October in Glasgow with Rob Whiteford headlining. Make sure you catch it. Staying with UK MMA for a second, we had Bellator put on what I can only describe as a fun card last weekend. The undercards offered us plenty of top-level performances, including a twister submission by Danny Mitchell, a 41-second KO by Petro Mengo, which was ridiculous, the first clean punch that he lands of the entire fight, and it's over. The main card didn't disappoint either at all, actually. I was hugely impressed with the performance of James Gallagher, and the hype train from Michael Venom Page is not slowing down. A stunning flying knee KO, and a bit of a questionable use of the Pokemon celebration, as well as the x-ray that circulated post-fight, ensure that this victory went absolutely viral. It completely blew up anything that we've seen before with Bellator, especially in the UK. That's something that's going to have a long-lasting effect, hopefully. But now for me, Page has got to step up. I need to see him fighting against better opposition. I need to see him tested more. I'd love to see him go and get a title shot and win it, and then prove that he belongs on his top table. Because for me, I actually think he does belong there, and I'd love to see him take a title and then maybe step into the UFC's welterweight division, where we would really find out what he's got going on. So then, the main event this weekend, UFC on Fox 20, headlined by Holm and Valentino Shevchenko. Fresh off her submission defeat to Miesha Tate, Holm is putting a lot of pressure on herself in this fight, claiming that a loss would severely limit her option going forward. And I agree. A victory leaves her in a decent position to claim a title fight, but a loss, and absolute, who knows, to be honest. I wouldn't like to speculate. This is a winnable fight, though, but it's also intriguing. Pitting a kickboxer against a Muay Thai fighter. Both of them have got similar experience outside the cage, multiple-time champions. And although she's a Taekwondo black belt and comes in from a Thai background, Shevchenko's also got 5 submission victories to her name inside the octagon. This is going to be a very close fight, and to be completely honest, I think Shevchenko might take this one. However, I think the counter-striking, the elusiveness, and the composure of Holm is going to see her through this one, and I think she's probably just going to edge it with a decision victory. In the co-main event, we've got an absolutely awesome fight. Call it a barn burner, call it a brawl, call it wild, but it will also be technical. Barbosa is one of my favourite fighters. The power in his leg kicks are an absolute game changer. Gilbert is a better all-round fighter, but I think he fancies his chance of landing those heavy hands. If he chooses to nullify Barbosa by using a significant advantage in the ground game, then I think he takes this one easily. But I'm almost certain he won't do, and I think we're going to see these two slug it out, which I can't wait for. That being said, I expect Barbosa to dominate the exchanges in the striking, and I think an early stoppage could be on the cards with this one. Listen, it's a short but sweet one this week for the weigh-ins. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and make sure to check out MMA Latest News, because we've got a ton of exciting video content coming out over the next few weeks, and we might be doing a live watch along for one of the future UFCs, so make sure you check that out, hit subscribe, and see how you can get involved. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.